Okay, this is basically a bonus video, a bonus drone video of tract 16 at the Devil's Backbone Project or the Howell County Project. You can call it either one. Uh, right there, that yellow sign you can see is saying National Forest. So we're right at the property. We're on the west side at the road. As we look across the road, you can clearly see property boundary, Mark Twain National Forest. So you can't get much closer to the National Forest than that unless you've built yourself a treehouse within the National Forest. So you can literally go from this property into the National Forest where you have thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of land that's generally open for hunting and recreation and trail riding and fishing and all that good stuff. That's the road along the west side of the property. We're looking north, property on the right side of the road, National Forest on the left side of the road. This drone video looks like it was taken just when they had begun widening the road and kind of laying down the base on the road. They don't even have gravel on it yet in this video, but it does now, I believe. So we're going to go up, we're going to take a look at this. Surveyed property, it's over 5.5 acres in size, something like 5.6 acres. We've now drifted over the National Forest and we're looking easterly at the property, at tract 16. And we're going to back up and get kind of a bird's eye view, even more of a bird's eye view. So directly below us, National Forest, you can see about where the road is. And then on the other side of that road is the property. So now we're going to fly over here. National Forest seems to have very similar timber to what the property has. And in a second we'll cross that road, the easement road, private easement road. And is that it right there? Yep, where the truck is parked. So the property, this tract 16, has, I believe, a couple hundred feet of frontage directly on that easement road, and then goes back to the east over 1,000 feet. Very, very private. You can see obviously that it's heavily wooded. This is a late summertime drone video, and it was extra windy that day when this video was taken. You can see the tops of those look like sycamore trees swaying back and forth. That's great to see some big sycamores on this property. Oh yeah, there are sycamores all over. So that's a good sign that there's a good water table if you start to see those big mature sycamore trees, because that's essentially what they require to grow like that. But we're seeing tons of oak trees, cedar trees, surely some pine trees down in there. It's a nice mixture. The deer absolutely love it out here, the white-tailed deer. They love it, the wild turkeys as well, both on the property and in the National Forest. If you're a hunter, then you know the value of having National Forest not only in the area but adjacent to the property. You can set up your own private camp or cabin or home potentially on your acreage and still have thousands of acres of National Forest that you can use almost as your backyard. In this case, basically as your backyard, because it does directly border the property. Now we're looking into the sun, so it's going to be either washed out or extra dark on the video. Now it's extra dark. Gorgeous tract. We only had a small number of these to begin with. It took us years to find a project directly bordering the National Forest. There are only 32 tracts within the Howell County Project or the Devil's Backbone Project. Now here, this is interesting. We're going to face south. That's the main easement road that you can see there. And then off to the right, upper center of the screen, you can see the easement road turning south. And then that's the easement road, darker colored road that we're parked on. But if it will pop, there we go. Toward the upper right is where we were just starting to open up. We've just started to open up an additional, basically a trail to the National Forest, and it goes almost to a forest road. So for these few tracks on the west side, that's going to improve the access into the National Forest with that short trail that actually goes. It's within a few hundred feet of this property, that trail into the National Forest. So you've got the National Forest frontage, of course, but that trail into the National Forest that ends at the forest road means there's a possibility you can drive your vehicle through an actual designated forest road and onto the trail that's going to get you into the Devil's Backbone project. That's separate from the main entrance, which is off to the east. But ask us for details about that. That's something that's pretty new, but we do have details here in the office. And that's it. Track 16. Grab it while it's hot. It's an awesome property. If you have any questions, just let us know.